This is practice A for section 4.6. Which postulate or theorem can you use to prove that these two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle DEF, are congruent? Well, we have two right triangles there, and that's really all we know. We obviously can't use any of these congruence postulates because there's no congruent pairs of parts marked. There's not enough information here. In the next section, explain how you can prove that the indicated triangles are congruent using the given postulate or theorem. So they give you a rather complicated looking picture where you're only focusing on triangle ABE and triangle CDE. That's the top triangle and the bottom triangle. If you can visualize those triangles, that's fine. If not, what you should do is redraw them. That way you see just the top triangle and the bottom triangle. And you can put all the pairs of congruent parts that are marked on there. Can you show that these two triangles are congruent by side angle side? This is number 15. Well, it doesn't look like side angle side right now. It looks like ass, actually. Ass isn't a congruence postulate. But remember, vertical angles are congruent. So you know those are congruent even though they didn't tell you. Now can you use side angle side? Definitely. So we're using those vertical angles. Congruent vertical angles. Number 16. Can you prove that the two triangles are congruent by angle side angle? Well, again, this is ass until you put the congruent vertical angles on. Now can you use angle side angle? Definitely. So you've got congruent vertical angles again. Number 17, are they congruent by angle side? Well, again, until you put the congruent vertical angles on, now you have angle side. Angle side. So when you have 5 pairs of congruent parts, not 5 pairs, when you got 4 pairs, you could actually use a bunch of different congruence postulates or theorems to show that the triangles are congruent. So the 3 pairs of parts they gave us weren't in a good arrangement, but putting the vertical angles on there opened up all of these possibilities. Number 18, let's complete this proof. They give you segment VW congruent to segment XY. So we have that marked. They also tell you that segment WX is congruent to segment YV. So we have that marked as well. Can you show that the triangles are congruent? Yeah, I think we can. I think you all see this segment is congruent to itself, right? So we're going to state that in our proof. Obviously, that segment is congruent to itself by the reflexive property. So as soon as you notice that, you can throw it in this proof if you like. Now, how did you know these segments were congruent? Well, it's given to you. Notice how there's 2 things given to you, but they separated them. And that's okay. Sometimes that happens. It's just a different style. You have 3 pairs of congruent sides. So why are the triangles congruent? Side, side, side. Number 9, they ask us to write a proof. They give you congruent segments, segment BE and segment BC. They also give you congruent angles, angle A and angle D. Can you show the triangles are congruent? Yeah, you definitely can. There's vertical angles here that are congruent. Doesn't that make the triangles congruent by angle side? Okay, so your proof would look like this. Statements and reasons. Let's state the given first. Segment BE is congruent to segment BC. Angle A is congruent to angle D. That's 2 pairs of congruent parts. Your third pair comes from here, so we're going to say that the vertical angles are congruent by the vertical angle theorem. Just be careful how you name them. I know it's natural to say, oh, angle B is congruent to angle B. Nah, don't say that because B is a vertex for a lot of angles there. Okay, so we're going to name this angle ABE. It's going to be congruent to angle DBC. Now, you got three pairs of congruent parts, and they are in an arrangement that works. It's angle, angle, side. So what you need to prove is your last step. Triangle ABE is congruent to triangle DBC by angle, angle, side.